Hello. Today we're going to start with our watercolor pencils. And as you can see, I've already started with the stripes on my Android shirt. But before we do that, let's introduce the materials that you'll need. You'll need your colors. You'll need a scrap piece of paper to test your colors out on, as you can see I'm doing here. And you'll need a variety of sizes of brushes, a piece of paper towel, and a half a cup of water. The water, don't fill it up all the way because if it spills, it'll be a mess. But I want you to put it across from you, between the person that you're sitting across from, so that you can both share the water. You don't need your own cup. And if there's no one that's sitting across from you, still put it above you so you don't knock into it with your elbow. All right? Before you go into your final Android project, I want you to test the color out on the scrap paper first in case you don't like it. You're going to use them light colored pencils and color lightly to fill in the area that you want to work. And then you're going to go into that with a wet brush. So swirl the brush, I always tap it out, and then blot it on the paper to get rid of the excess water, and go into the color with your brush, and you can see the color kind of melt into a paint. Very magical, like a unicorn. Not really, it's very scientific, and don't ask me how it happens, but trust me that it does. One thing you can't do is once it's painted over with water, you can't go back in with another layer because you're going to end up ripping the paper up and see I'm like ripping the paper here and damaging it. So if you want to add another layer of color because you don't think it's dark enough, you have to wait till the next class period, so the next day, 24 hours later, and then you can layer over top of it and add more water and make it darker that way. Once you're ready to start working on your actual Android, you can see I'm skipping my stripes because I want to go violet, gray, violet, gray, violet, gray. What you have to remember is you cannot, once you start painting in certain areas, you cannot go right next door with another color because what you're going to end up doing is those colors are going to bleed together. So I'm not going to even touch those gray stripes until tomorrow, when I know for sure that these violet stripes are all completely dry. And you're really going to see the colors bleed together a lot if you're using a really dark color next to a really light color. So skip around your Android and work in different sections that aren't touching each other, the wet areas aren't touching each other. When you're not using your paintbrushes, what I do not want to see is this at your table. Don't leave your brush upside down in the water. It damages the brush and it makes the bristles loosen and fall out. And then I have to throw the brush away, and that's a waste. So just leave your brushes on the paper towel or on the table. It's okay. It's just water. It's not going to hurt anything. And I hope you have fun working with these pencils because they're really cool. One thing you can try is blending colors together and then adding water. So if I do like the gray on my sample sheet with the violet over top, dry, and then come at it with water, you can see the color it would turn into. Always rinse your brushes in between each use as well so you don't have a buildup of color on the brush. The other way you can blend colors is layering one color first and then waiting till the next class period that you come in so it's dry, and then adding another color on top of that dry color. But again, I would test it out on the paper first to make sure that you like that, because once it's there, I can't get rid of it. There's no magic eraser. You can't put white over it. It'll just wash the value out and make it like super light. So I hope you have fun working with these pencils. I think they're really easy to use, and they really look good in the end. So that would be the gray and the violet washed together. The other thing you could do is just start with one color and then the next day come back and blend over top of it with a second color. You can do it that way as well. Many different ways to attempt these pencils. But they're really super fun, and I hope you have a good time.